Alright, I'm Lucia, I'm the Director of Communications, and I'm going to show you how to write an A-frame. So what I'm going to do first is gather my materials, and I need a clean, wet rag, not sandy, just water, and I need a stack of C-folds and a fresh Expo marker. So I'm going to come all the way up, and I apologize that we're doing it on this A-frame because it really needs to be, the logo needs to be reapplied, but I wanted to show you guys how to clean. If you can see what I'm doing here, I'm really getting all of the grime off, and all this is still a wet rag, so I'm just going to work really hard to get all of this grime off. And you might have some grime associated with your board because of weather, or in this case it's because of a logo that's peeling off. But everything should be really, really white. Come in over here and get some of this grime off, and get down here. And if you're cleaning your A-frame every day, this shouldn't build up too much. If you need to, you can take some degreaser and go around the sides. So once I have a nice clean canvas, I'm going to come in with a single C-fold. I'm just going to dry it really, really well. And you might need two to dry it, so I'm going to stack here. And again, this is like the worst logo ever, so I really apologize that I'm using this A-frame. Gotta get this fixed. So, alright, now I have my clean canvas. If you have handwriting that tends to slant, grab yourself a piece of blue tape and make yourself a single straight line. And I like to do it right about here. And up here in the corner is where we write today's date. So what's today's date, Sarah? The 9th?
It is the 9th.
And notice what I'm doing. I'm writing with the fat side of the marker. I hate seeing when people write with the thin side of the marker like that, or when people don't press hard enough. Huge pet peeves. So really big up at the top, we write today's date. Why do we write it up here? Because we want to show customers that our menu changes every day, right? And then you write the name of the service here, using your blue tape as a guide. So we're on lunch. And then you write, here you write the time that lunch is served from. So here at High Five, kind of like that. And then using your blue tape, you can then come right underneath and draw a single line. Right? You can continue using this if you want to help you block out spaces. So one thing that we do a lot at Clover with our communications is the use of white space. So I would always want to rather write less and have more white space than the other way around. So you'll notice as I'm doing this, I'm using a lot of blocking and spacing. So I'll come in here and I'll do sandwiches. And then I'm going to use some white space here. I'm going to press indent like I'm on a computer, and I'm going to write my first sandwich. And the first sandwich is always the chickpea fritter. And if you know why, come and tell me and I'll buy you a chickpea fritter. And then the second one is always the egg and eggplant. Alright, and then look, I've already used up half of my board, so I'm not going to put that much other stuff here, you know. Today's a really nice day, so I'm probably going to put rhubarb algo fresca. We always like to put fries, and I'm going to think about some other things that customers might like on a day like today, and I'm going to write it here. So again, using an indent. We always write with rosemary. Rosemary fries. Slots. I'll do 3 p.m. special. And I overheard Joe talking about the beluga lentil salad, so I'll put that in. And then I have a little room here for drinks. And looks like I only have room for 2 drinks, and that's going to be okay because I would rather not have so much but have everything look really neat. Notice how there's a white border around everything I wrote. Okay, that's basically it. Maybe I'll do it. Didn't put prices on here. We don't have to. Here I am on the other side, and I'm going to take my wet rag again, and I'm going to come down, and there's a lot of pollen in the air right now, so I'm going to really make sure I get all the pollen off, all that grime. Again, horrible logo, not what we want. My fault. Really want to get all of this area cleaned off. So if we don't start with a clean canvas, then people are going to disregard the message. So it's very, very important that our canvas be very clean, right? You never want to use any chemicals on this whiteboard. You never want to use Windex. And you only want to use degreaser if it's on the edges of the A-frame. So nothing on where you write. Because that's going to create a layer of oil. That's going to make it really hard for you to write well. Alright, so on the other side we always have a daily message. The way you find out about the daily messages is there's a Twitter feed called Clover Whiteboards that all of your iPods should be subscribed to. Really, really important on this, I love to make a little border for myself to write inside of. So I'm going to come here with my blue tape and I'm going to, and after you've done this a couple times, you don't have to use the blue tape, but if you're new to this, I would always use some blue tape. Just make yourself a little area in the middle that you're right inside of. So copy it directly from the Twitter feed. I'm going to write with a font that's going to be visible from far away, but that isn't like crazy big. And look, I actually made a mistake here, so I'm going to come in with one of my wet C-folds, and I really cleanly just erase it. So on the message, you'll notice that I've pressed enter after certain sentences. You want to follow that on your whiteboard too, okay? So if I press enter, if there's a space in my message, you're going to be pressing enter on your whiteboard as well. So I'm going to press enter here. And then I'm going to press enter again. There's a little extra thing at the bottom that I wrote. It's blocked in. It's very intentional that this is a message. Gives people some breathing room with the border. And even though it's a horrible, messy logo, it still looks pretty good as you're entering the store. That's it.